Welcome to a short video summary of the LG SJ9. You can read the full in-depth review via the link in the description or by clicking the card at the top right of the video. The SJ9 is LG's first soundbar to support Dolby Atmos, and it retails for £999. The soundbar itself is reasonably large and has been designed for screen sizes of 55 inches and bigger. In our test, we combined it with an LG 55B7. It has an attractive low-form design with rounded edges and smooth contours, whilst the build quality is excellent. The SJ9 is finished in metal and has a wraparound grille with forward-firing drivers for the front 3 channels, 2 side-firing drivers that bounce off the walls to create the rear channels, and 2 upward-firing drivers which bounce off the ceiling to create the overhead channels. The forward and side-firing drivers use 100mm woofers combined with 20mm tweeters, whilst the upward-firing drivers use a 2.5-inch woofer, and all 7 drivers have 43 watts of individual amplification. The SJ9 also comes with a wireless subwoofer that has a black finish and curved edges to match the main unit. The sub uses a bass reflex system with a rear port. There's a 6.5-inch driver and 200 watts of amplification, and when combined the entire system can support 5.1.2 Dolby Atmos. In the box, along with the soundbar and the subwoofer, you'll find an optical digital cable, as well as brackets and a template for wall mounting the main unit. All the connections are at the rear of the soundbar in a recessed area, and here you'll find an HDMI input and an HDMI output, both of which support 4K, HDR and HDCP 2.2, and in the case of the output, ARC as well. There's also an optical digital input, a 3.5mm analog jack and an Ethernet port. There's also built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, with the former allowing the SJ9 to support LG's Music Flow multi-room system. On the right-hand rear of the soundbar, there are some basic controls for power, source select, volume, connecting to your wireless network, and adding the soundbar to a Music Flow multi-room system. There's also an included remote control, however this is very small and fiddly to use and prone to getting lost. It does at least include all the buttons you'll need to set up and control the soundbar, although the naming of some of the buttons can be a bit confusing. In general use, the SJ9 delivered a great performance with TV programs and movies. Dialogue was clear and focused, whilst music and effects were spread across the front soundstage. The audio was clean and detailed, and the LG could go loud without distorting, and had no problems filling an average sized living room. The bass performance was good thanks to the well-integrated subwoofer, and overall the sound was balanced with a solid mid-range and a good high-frequency performance. The SJ9 also performed extremely well with music, delivering good clarity and localization of instruments, which is great if you plan on using the soundbar as part of a multi-room system for listening to music. Where the SJ9 struggled was in terms of delivering an immersive audio experience. There was very little sense of a surround envelopment. Although there were overhead effects, the soundstage was very front heavy, with no real audio coming from the sides or behind. However, if you're looking for a single soundbar and subwoofer solution that can deliver a taste of Dolby Atmos without requiring rear speakers, then this system might work for you. And given the build quality, features and overall performance, we're happy to award the LG SJ9 an AV Forum's recommended badge. If you enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe. You can find more reviews, news, articles and videos like this at avforums.com, Europe's largest community for TVs, home cinema, movies, games, tech and gadgets. Thanks for watching.